candles in them and that kind of stuff. But if I would have used my flash, you would have seen the candles.
How can I zoom
You know, you would have
this?
seen the flames.
No,
But I
that's
just
the
lit the
same.
whole lot, the whole thing, because there was other shades and there was no reflectors.
So
I
you
mean, I
just
could-
focused on the subject, on her?
Right, I just focused on her. I mean, and she, I was really surprised, because it's my first time using them, and she is very, sensitive to light. She has little bitty tiny eyes, and I mean, anytime light hits it, she closes her eyes. It's always been very hard to photograph her. And I thought, okay, if I'm shining this in her eyes, there's no way she's gonna be able to do it. She did it with no problem whatsoever.
Okay.
And what was nice about it is, like, this one's, I mean, it really kind of goes down quite a bit. But, I was able to shine it into her eyes, and then I'd have Dusty or somebody else put the other one, putting a backlight on her. So I had that nice rim light on her hair, I had this lighting her up, shooting, I mean, I think I had that one in ISO maybe 200, and I was shooting, an 85, 1.4, at probably, I still say
Can you?
1/25 of a second, about 3.2.
Make sure you get her.
So,
You plug that into your.
Can you zoom?
no, these all have their own battery packs. Now, I can say these don't last but maybe a couple hours. So they don't, but they come with, car adapter chargers, that kind of stuff. So, and when the first wedding, I guess the reason I was disappointed, the first wedding I shot with them was really dark at the reception. And I could not get the shot even with, it was just too dark. But what was neat was, and I didn't even pay attention at the time, but it threw shadows of them dancing on the wall. So I got silhouettes of them dancing. And then when we turned it off, the lady comes over, she says, excuse me, would you please turn that back on so I can get photos? We're like, oh, sure, no problem. So, I mean, and when I'm like, do I use this a lot? No, but, it is fun. And, everybody knows here photography is addicting, and when the toy comes out, you have to try to get it. These are neat, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen these. These are kind of like little portable soft boxes. This is the umbrella that go in, so, you can have a soft box. And it's just really, because my soft boxes are a little bit bigger, a little bit cumbersome to carry. And of course, the regular cheap umbrellas, like a silver, gold, black. And I only use the umbrellas, basically with large groups, because I have to get that light spread out. This is not going to spread that light out what I'm going to need it for large groups. So I have to have the umbrellas to be able to spread that light out.
Now, the accessory that comes with it, remember the 7-inch one that you get?
Oh,
You
yes.
use that?
I don't use it, no, I like the beauty dish. The only time I use that, this comes with a little 7-inch, I probably have it, I always have it with me, because I keep everything together. But the only time I use this is when I use umbrellas. I put this on, actually comes with this
Yeah,
one.
that's it.
It comes with this one here, I put it on there, and then I put the umbrella through this hole, and that's what I use when I use umbrellas. Other than that, I don't use this. Ivan?
You use the pane reflector, that works a lot better outside than the umbrella.
It
I
does.
assume that's why you got that.
Well, but also it's because it smooths out that skin. It just gives them that. Until you use it, I guess if we would have had time, I guess a good thing would have been to do is to set her up and to use each one, so you see the different how it lights.
That's why they call it beauty dish.
Yeah.
because it just-
Right, it does. It just smooths, kind of makes the skin look a little buttery. It kind of keeps that light more contained. You can have it closer to them without it just completely blowing them out. So in the umbrella, like I said, you can't control the light as much with the umbrella. The umbrella just kind of goes out everywhere. The softbox, that's what's nice about the softbox too.
And you can use the beauty dish with your flash too. You get the
Yes.
beauty dish for your flash. If
Yeah.
Can't you use your modeling light though, instead of your video light for,
Well, I don't.
it's cumbersome, I know.
Well, if I'm using my portable power, I don't use the modeling lights. Because it runs down the battery pack way too fast. And then, plus, that's probably the only downside I see on the ALEPs. They don't have a huge, the modeling light is not real strong, in my opinion. I got some cheaper brand, flashes actually at the studio that have, I was getting rid of them, but for proms, when it's so dark, I'll actually take those and use those because the modeling light is much better. But yeah, I don't use the modeling light because like I said, it burns the battery too fast.
Do you have a person go with you for
Most
your
of
light
them-
stand?
Most of the time, my my youngest son
Oh.
goes with me. Yeah, he's 15, he's been working with me for 2 years, and as long as he keeps his mind off girls, I hope it continues, because the boy is awesome. Cody's amazing, but Dusty has been with me for so long, it's like, Cody and Dusty both, as far as photography, they have amazing eyes. My oldest son, he could care less about photography. But as far as they know the angles that are to get, they know what looks good. But Dusty, you know how studios sometimes will have, if you want to be a partner or you want to shoot for them, you have to be a light, you have to handle their light. You have to learn where that light's going to be at, where you need to be at, so that you understand the concept of the light. So Dusty, like I said, I don't have to worry about it. I mean, I don't even have to look. If I say this, like, he knows which way and how far out he's going. I can say, Dusty, what's the power on? He'll say 1/8, I say take down to 1/16. That's about the only thing I have to tell him. He knows how to move, when he's supposed to move in. Dusty is awesome. Cody's amazing, but Dusty's awesome. So, you're my favorite middle boy.
So how do you do your exposure?
You what? Go ahead, my grocery bill will go down.
How do you do your exposure?
Do what now?
Do you just kind of take a shot and look at it and increase or
My very
decrease?
first exposure, I will. I just now, honestly, I can say that just in the last 2 months, I started shooting RAW again, RAW and JPEG.
Good
I
deal.
most time, honestly, because there wasn't nothing to fix in the photo. I just shot JPEG because it just took up time and space in my computer. But for weddings and that kind of stuff, I've been having a lot of bright sunny days, and they're out there. You almost have to shoot and RAW also, just to retrieve a little bit of that white, those details, because you're going to have to sit there. This will definitely overpower the sun, but it's also going to throw out that dresses a little bit. I mean, it's not horrible bad, but I'm very picky about this, so I'll bring those whites back.
Do you do your white balance at Photoshop, or do you do it in
No,
auto
it's on
white?
camera. I mean, if you look at my website, if you go on my website, I'd say 90% of this stuff is straight out of my camera. The only time that you're going to see, that I work on it, if it says copy underneath it, I know I need to redo my website. I need to have where people have passwords, get in the gallery and stuff, but I'm just not that picky about it.
I mean, in your camera, do you set it on auto white balance, or do you
It's
have
on,
a?
it's on auto white balance. Because, it just doesn't, I don't have to usually do any kind of custom balance, to this. Now, every once in a while when I do receptions, of course, you guys know, when you go into churches or reception halls, you're going to have to set your white balance, because it doesn't matter what type of light
Right.
you bring in, you're going to have to do something with it. But other than that, no, it does a really good job.
Good deal. Thank you.
There you go, Ben.
Okay. So, and I mean, yeah, she's adorable. So again, with having Cody over here on the side, if I had him more straight on the Katie, you're gonna see a harsh shadow in the background. And I'm just not big, on the harsh shadows. I don't want you, like I said, I want it to look more like a natural light photography photo, which I think that does. You got a nice light in the eyes and that kind of stuff, and you don't see those harsh shadows on her, so. And see my mistakes to your fingers? They should have relaxed. I had her laughing too much. And see, I think that's a regular of her eyes. It's a great smile, looks good on her. And I honestly can't, say enough as how it's age appropriate. So, because Katie's 15, she doesn't look 15, but, her mom doesn't want her looking like she's 18, 20 years old. She wants to see her baby. Oh, she's almost 16, pardon me, excuse me. And see that one, to me, that one right there, I should, I think that's my lens at 4.0, and it should have stayed at 3.2. Or move the light in more. But if you notice, there's not any kind of overexposures on her cheeks. You don't have the highlights with the flash normally would do. The great job just smoothing it out. We'll see, Cody, we'll see what Cody says, okay, yeah. And that's right when she blinked. I used to delete the stuff in my camera, you know, if they blink stuff. Dr. Baird told me not to do that because, it actually, leaves little fragments of that behind on your card. So it can actually, make your, card mess up. I shot it, yeah. And I mean, I had no clue, so now I don't delete. Yeah, I used to too, but he said it will leave a fragment behind, and so it can actually corrupt your card.
Gosh, you need a little picture there.
Huh?
You'll need a little picture there.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if you guys format the card, I format the card after every session. You know, once I get the photos on there, I format the card so that it clears out that card, takes any corruptions off. And I don't just, yeah, I don't delete all images, because if you delete all images, you're still leaving fragments behind in that card. And eventually that card's gonna corrupt.
If you just delete the images, it corrupts the index so that you can't access them again. The image is still there. I mean, if you've got the right equipment, you can go back and recover.
Right.
If you format the card,
It's done,
it's a new card.
yeah. And even if you get a brand new card, before you use it, you should format that card.
So you put all
In
your
fact, that's
pictures on
how,
your computer?
when I lost my hard drive, that's how I was able to recover many of my photos, is he went back on all my SD cards and pulled up all the pictures off of those.
Wow.
Yeah, those you deleted and.
Yeah, just ones I deleted, he pulled off,
Yeah, there'll
I
be
think
different
about
image
3,000
numbers, but yeah.
shots off of that. Just because I hadn't, I kept just deleting them instead of reformatting.
And what it'll do, it'll start taking your images and putting pieces of them in different places. And then it gets lost and can't bring them back together.
Right. And it doesn't matter, there's no software that's gonna get back for you either.
No.
So, and see, that's the one we use, Cody was behind, and we used a reflector. So, you know, it just looks like she's got nice rim lighting behind her.
It could
And even bring it out like along here, in the ripples of the shirt, which is nice.
You like that? What do you, can we get that one for you?
Right here.
Breakfast Club photo, is that what it said? Yeah. But you know, and see, that's the gold reflector, so see how it changed the tone, at the same exposure, we just put the gold reflector on her, so it just gave her, you know, a little bit warmer tone. And I honestly, I actually prefer, because I like her skin tone, I like you know, I think that I prefer the one before. And see, look how handsome he is, I mean, look at that rugged man. What I was gonna do, he always wears those boots like that, and Kitty's pretty much always in flip-flops. I actually was going to tell him that, and when I was telling this coming down, they're like, we do that all the time. I said, it would be super cute if you kicked your shoes off and you just stepped on his feet, and you were reaching up kind of tippy-toe, kissing his shoes. I do that all the time. And I was like, oh, that would have been cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because you have an awesome mom. And if you notice, I mean, you know,
No phones in the pocket.
no phones in the pocket, no.
No, I mean.
And we got,
Do they claim them?
if you know this, Cody supports breast cancer. He has a boobies rule bracelet that, you know, he supports breast cancer.
Yeah, it's still red light.
Yeah, and I mean,
13.
you know, if it wasn't my kid, I'd probably say, okay, turn that or something, but it's, he is a boob. Yeah, so it's not very But you know, and like with Cody, honestly, he wears this stuff all the time, so it would be really awkward for me to have to take those off, because I always, as a mom, see, as my kid, I always sleep with those on. Since Ken likes, so he does have a thing line, he does. See, and right here, like, Katie looks good, Cody is, I should have called it, his lips are a little bit too, thick. Oh, that's my, is that what I called it? I know, you know. Man, love hurts. So,
Not all glamour. Was there a reflector on that one or no?
No, not on that one.
yeah, there is. Well, I turn it black and white, just because, you know, like Cody right now, he's like, that looks, see how tired he looks? I mean, he's tired, he's worn out, he's worked all day, you can see his, you know, his black eyes are being, you know, and he technically, he's not turned properly. Well, all I would've had to do to fix that is step over just a half a step. Cause his nose should've come over more. But see, I mean, look how her eyes pop with her shirt. See, that was better, I stepped over. We all just look like this. You know. Well, that was a delete, even I know that.
You're looking in different directions.
You're gonna have some. And you get these picky clients. You have to be nice, you have to be like, no, that's an awesome photo, what are you talking about? But see, I honestly like I like Katie just with that no reflector. I like the skin tone, I like how it matches her, you know, shirt.
You chopped her arm off.
I did. But see, you know, I mean, it's personal preference on that one, I think it looks okay. You know, but one thing, to bring up is you gotta remember too, you know, that all the cameras now are 4x6 format. So, you know, you have to leave a little bit of room for cropping. Say they want 8x10, that's gonna crop, you know, quite a bit off. So, they'll have a lot of clients who are like, oh, I would love that from a little closer. Well, you want 8x10, cause it is gonna, you know, plus we can crop it in, but,
You have to remember to give yourself that extra room.
yes, yes. And some shots, I honestly, still to this day, I go in tight and then I'm like, I know, if yeah, so. I don't know, I mean, you know, I just think that the beauty disc, like I said, it just makes it just, you know, and seeing grandmas would love that. They'll be like, oh, she's so precious, look how cute she is, her cheeks. You gotta do some of those, you know, the shots, it's just like this. You almost have to do, because that's, you know, you gotta please grandma too, you know, so. And that's when Aunt Chrissy, we had a low reflector over here, and, what are you talking about?
You're right.
See how it's better, like, tilt your head just a little bit?
We're going to see it.
Yeah.
Better be gassing up.
See, in my opinion, I think that one's too dark. That's when I had Amber come in, a little bit closer.
Too dark, too dark. With the light, about right.
You know, and I've had like wedding couples and they'll take and they'll use the umbrella, they'll kiss behind it, and she'll have her foot up, or you can spin the umbrella, so you have a blurry background behind her.
Okay.
Yeah, jump over Billy and act like it's what? No, it's not.
Just jump on the trampoline.
The trampoline, I think is awesome. I think that's, Amber showed me one that was a trampoline, and they were jumping on the trampoline, did they have an umbrella or balloons? But it looks like, you know, they're kicking up that, yeah. Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, I think that's it. That's her ring.
You got the right one.
Oh, more. It is her ring. And see, that one actually could have been really good. I think, you know, I mean, you always think afterward, but I think that would have been really nice too if we had a reflector behind her and separate her hair a little bit from the umbrella, you know, but.
Bring in a little bit.
So, anyway.
Yeah, you